Hi everybody, it's Kana. Welcome to Cultured by Kana, and tonight we have a spot on indie artist Crown Harris.
What's time?
It is a pleasure to finally get a one-on-one sit down with you.
Thank you.
I wanted to do this since I heard you, since the very first time I heard you. So I'm really eager to get into how the June tape is doing, which is your new project.
Yes, June tape out right now.
Last time I checked, you had over 1,000 streams on each one of those songs. How does that make you feel?
It made me feel great. It made me feel real good. Happy to know that the city's rocking with it, that the people are rocking with it, and that it's spreading. It's really spreading on its own. So that's a good look.
Keyword, the city.
Yeah.
Being that you're from Daytona Beach, Florida, really has thrown me for a complete loop. And the reason why is because I've hosted open mic in the city of Daytona Beach probably over an 8 to 10 year span. And I felt like I worked with all the greatest talent that Daytona had to offer. And when you came creeping up, I'm like, well, who's this Crown guy? So the first thing I want to ask you about being a Daytona native is how you escaped or kept yourself separated from the common Daytona mentality, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. I always kind of been different. I studied music. And music was my thing, and I kind of always was to myself coming up. I went to Cherokee, Campbell, Atlantic, all of these places, and I'm known throughout the city for rapping. I was always known for either battling and so forth, but like I think my love for music, the fact that I played in a band and different things of that nature, kind of pushed me to a different level. And then my uncle would always feed me CDs and albums, so I was always a student.
Hey, I need everybody in the building cloud with it, cloud with it. Okay. Later I've been focused on the biz. Later I've been focused while you focused on your fist. Later I've been grinding, waiting on the dinner, titty, getting shot up big time. And bitch, know I had the kid, don't forget it.
Plotting on the murder, about to kill it. Nail it, krill it, sell it, ship it, tripping. J-Law sipping, elevator floor switching, get her moist, cause she say the voice and the poise different. Hold up, what the business? How you feeling? I'm on the fuck this shit, I'm trying to get this money mission. Talking 10 days, matching business. Love the game, think I'm Ace, June, money mission.
So you were a band kid. That explains everything. So next time someone asks you that,
I gotta tell them
just say I'm a band kid, because that is because I have a dance background and was of course included in the band on the trips, the football games and things like that. You do have a different mentality. You know what teamwork is. You know what camaraderie is. You know you have to have good grades to stay in the band. Correct. So it's easy not to fall by the wayside and become the corner boy when you're a part of the high school band. So that answers a lot of my questions. But tell me, since we've been talking, I know that you're a little bit well traveled. You've been out to LA.
Yeah.
If you could give me a big, huge difference, which you probably could pick 1,000 things, but just give me one thing that you really felt in the difference in environment, Daytona versus Los Angeles, California.
That's interesting. Culture and exposure. As far as LA goes, it's just a world of its own. There's so much that you can do out there. And one place, like it's not one place where you can go hiking and then go to the beach and start surfing and then run into the hood and the whole thing that's going on out there and then go buy you some weed and then go do this and that. It's a lot of life happening. In Daytona, we really confined. We come from a small city. So it's not much to do. It's only, you know what I'm saying, we get caught in the repetition of everyday cycle here. And then in LA, if you're not from there, especially like me, it's always something new to do. It's always a new place to explore or another door to open.
New adventure.
Yeah.
Do you aspire to move to LA permanently?
No, because I've been a couple places between LA, Atlanta, and a few other places. I don't know what I aspire to be on a tour bus. That's what I aspire.
You want to be on a tour bus?
I want to travel the world. I don't know where I would sit. I've had somebody ask me that question a couple times, and I'm like, I don't know. You know, Florida is definitely home. I definitely want property here, but LA a lot. It's still a lot to take in. I love to visit.
Do you think it's interesting that you say, okay, no, I don't, I just want to be on a tour bus. Interesting enough, I was talking to another independent artist in the area, Block Morris. I just did a video shoot with him. Worked with Block for a long time. In fact, I made a song. Meaning I'm in the song basically for the work that I did a lot of artist development with him earlier in. through my open mic. And when I brought up your name, he said, he inspires me. And that's big for another rapper from your city to say, because you ain't like y'all, it's not like you got a deal and he doesn't.
Yeah.
And you're someone he looks up to paper-wise.
Yeah.
But in his heart, he said, he inspires me. Do you think maybe that is what makes you feel comfortable at home, is having the people around you that you inspire? Maybe?
Definitely. Shout out to Block. That's what I came home for. Okay. We brought it back home to inspire, because the thing is, like, kind of to piggyback off your first question, what keeps us separate. When I was a kid, I fell in love with music early. But the thing was, there was nobody that I could look to in my area that I was on. All my favorite rappers were on TV. You know, we had our sticks and the people that was local doing what we was doing. But like my favorite rappers, my Andres, the Jays, the Pox, and these people, they were on TV. And we didn't have no way to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't until I really moved that I realized why that was, you know, and the style of music and the things that needed to translate. So throughout my journey, as I went and soaked up game, sharpened my skill, I came back home because I was like, yo, the city got to see how it's done. There's no other way to do it. You know, I could have easily stayed in LA and pursued it. I could have easily stayed in Atlanta and just did what I was doing. But the thing was to come home, because if you see it from the ground up, I remember, I'll tell you a story. I was in Atlanta. I went to Outkast, the Atlas tour, probably about 2-3 years ago. And I'm in the crowd, and what you don't know, if you haven't been to Atlanta, you know, the thing about Atlanta is it's hard to find Atlanta natives, because there's so many people that move from all over the place to come to Atlanta. But I was fortunate enough to meet some people that was from Atlanta. So I went to the concert with them, and it's in Centennial Park. It's packed. And I'm talking about, you see babies. You see babies that's like 3-4 years old, and then you see like people that's like 40-50 years old, and they all in the crowd. You seeing people dressed and the whole nine. And I remember my man's Nate said to me, he was like, you know, it's crazy, man, 20 years ago, none of this existed. You can see the pride in the city from what these guys did. Like people, the girls with the colorful hair, just the whole culture of Atlanta. A lot of it is built through what Outkast meant to that city. You see what I'm saying? And I just remember thinking to myself, like, you know, it had to change the culture, because you went to high school with Drake. You went to high school with Big. So to watch them go do that, it trickled down to your kids. Everybody in Atlanta got a story. Oh yeah, I need to go to school. I was hanging with Drake Ford up over here, or Big over here. So, you know, for me, I was like, coming into the city, I brought it back home, because what we're doing now ain't about today, you know, and to inspire people in today's time is great, because realistically our aim is the kids. Right. So hopefully 10 years from now, 20 years from now, you see a bunch of kids with their own crews, their own shirts, their own gears. You see a bunch of little crowns and little Junes and Breeze and Bees and running around the city and doing what they're doing. So
that is amazing.
Okay. Will it stay on? Will it stay on? Yeah. Now say make money, make money. Make money, make money. You gotta take money, take money.
I need away from these times of desperation, lies and deprivation. My mind's on preparation, vacations on occasion. I'm blind to hesitation, still perfecting patience. It's hard trying not to question God. We're facing greatness, but Lord, why you gave that girl that ass like that? Ass dumb, she ain't no way come to class like that. The day she figured what they give her for her ass like that, the same day she used that ass to get this cash like that. Kid, how you feel? I ain't tripping, get your paint roll. You say let's get to the money, I say for the paint clothes. FLA flow, sunny weather, but the drink's cold, nigga. Pretty women, not your gay, your girl, my gay code, nigga. Dang.
With that being said, I think the world is gonna fall in love with you. I am excited to see where you go beyond the June tape. What do you have in the works right now?
Right now we just really pushing the June tape. We got the hard copies and the vinyls and the merch that we're working on now, so that should be coming extremely soon. And we're working on a tour, so we're trying to come to the city somewhere near you, and then, you know what I'm saying, you just gotta stay tuned to see if we do something else.
All right, coming soon to a city near you. In the meantime, make sure you download the June tape, which you can find on Spotify,
iTunes, Apple Music, title www.thejunetape.com. You can get all the videos, merch, CDs, music right there.
And your social media?
My social media at Who Is Crown. Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and then Facebook is Crown Harris, or just type in Crown. We got a Crown account on Facebook as well. But everything is at Who Is Crime.
Okay. And you guys have now been cultured by Kana with the spot on Crown Harris. Thanks for tuning in. Good night. Perfect.
Hit I had your body dancing to that master blaster jamming. Bitch, I'm past the task of planning. I ain't asking how I'm telling. He must be planning on spinning.